For the past month, I've had Three Blind Mice stuck in my head. I don't know the lyrics of it, or at least I didn't. And so I was singing it like this, like, three blind mice, sugar and spice, rolling the dice, not very nice, not very nice. You know, like so cute, like upbeat, like, look at these fucking like blind mice. They're just like running around. They got an attitude. They're like, I don't know, rolling dice. They like taking risks. And so I've been like so into Three Blind Mice recently. Like everything. Like, first of all, how'd they go blind? I think of blind mice, immediately my head goes to animal testing. And so that's kind of like a sad story, but also it could be like they stared at the solar eclipse. Like they love science, but as I said before, they're like risk takers. So maybe they stare at the sun during a solar eclipse and like things got out of hand, you know? The phrase an eye for an eye and the world goes blind kind of comes to mind, and so I'm like, were they really into revenge? Like an eye for an eye and three mice go blind? So I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Then I was talking to my friends. I was like, three blind mice, they're fucking crazy, you know? Like they're so crazy. And my friend was like, do you even know the lyrics? And I was like, obviously, it's like three blind mice, sugar and spice, you know what I just sang. And she's like, no, you dumb, you freaking idiot girl. She's like, these are the lyrics, and she sent them to me. And I'm gonna read them to you. And it goes, three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as three blind mice? I'm fucking speechless. Number one, these are mice. And so if they're chasing after you, like maybe not like an ideal situation, but it's like cute, you know? It's like these tiny little mice and they're blind. Like they're blind. Who's to say that they were running after you? Like, how narcissistic do you have to be like, oh, these blind mice are coming for me? Like maybe they were just like exercising. And then, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna cut off their tails with a carving knife? First of all, that's a clear violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. They're blind, so you're gonna torture them? Like, it's 2020, like, not everybody's the same. Some mice are born blind. Get over it. They just might want to exercise. You don't have to cut off their tail. And then also, like, what a power trip. Like, like, these little blind mice are running after me, so I'm gonna cut off their tails. What's going on with that farmer's wife that she feels the need to, like, take her anger out on three blind mice? That's just going after a vulnerable population. And then it's asking, like, have I ever seen such a sight in my life as three blind mice? Like, that's messed up because, like, they can't even see it. I don't want to, like, mess with the art of whoever wrote those lyrics, but it's just like, sociopaths. The first sign of, like, a serial killer is hurting animals. This should be, like, a song of warning. And this is just, like, a jumping off point for her. I'm sure she like escalated, and she probably like, she's a farmer's wife. She probably like went out there and squeezed a cow's udder too hard, or like chicken fighting. I don't know. I wasn't there. There's better ways to let out your anger than chopping off mice's tails. You know, like go prank your dad. That's hilarious. It's funny every time you prank your dad. It's always funny. And if you don't have a dad, prank your kid. Don't fucking hurt mice. That's all I'm like trying to say. Like I don't have like a big message or anything. It's just like be fucking cool, you know? Like don't do that. So stupid.